Strange tattoos. My name is Tang Hao, and my grandfather's name is Tang Yun. I have been dependent on my grandfather since I was young. I haven't come back since then. It's like missing. My grandfather has a craft. That's a tattoo. He opened a tattoo shop. Right in the village. Normally speaking, there are relatively few people with tattoos in rural areas. Grandpa's tattoo shop shouldn't make much money. Strangely enough, Grandpa's tattoo shop has a lot of people every day. There are also many people from other places who come specifically for tattoos. In the village, Grandpa is also very respected. There are countless people seeking tattoos from him. What makes me envious is, there are also various beautiful women entering Grandpa's tattoo shop. Tattoos are a technical activity. It's also a welfare activity. The reason why Grandpa's tattoo is so popular, it's because his tattoos are so magical. Or rather, he's too strange. I still remember it to this day. Grandpa tattooed the beautiful daughter-in-law of the village head. It often makes me feel extremely strange. Speaking of the village chief, he should be the richest person in the village. The wife he married is also very beautiful. The figure is concave and convex, with fair and attractive skin. But he's already 40 years old, without a son or daughter. Later, the village head's wife found my grandfather, discovered that they were discussing the child's situation. Then the village chief's wife followed his grandfather into the tattoo room. And she comes over every noon for many consecutive days. About a month later, because I was still young at that time. Because the grade was still young at that time. Thought it was Grandpa's fault. Not only does it destroy others' families, you gave me a little uncle back. I only understand when I grow up now. Grandpa is already very old. That's an impossible thing. But why can a tattoo make the village head's wife pregnant? Later, when the village head's wife gave birth to a child, she died in childbirth. But the child survived. She was a girl, just as beautiful as the village chief's wife. The village chief is very sad because of his wife's death. Not eating or drinking water. Grandpa comforted him for a long time before he became less sad. Later on, my grandfather took me to pay respects to the village head's wife. He looks very guilty, always whispering, "It's all my fault. I shouldn't have tattooed Chinese gods on you. He is sacred, although he can make you have children. But the only consequence is death." You also love the village chief too much. In order for him to have a child, you are willing to lose your life. At that time, I still didn't understand. I only now know that the tattoo my grandfather gave to the village head's wife, it's called Sending Sun Guanyin. Guanyin is sacred, and the human body is unclean. Tattoo sacred things on one's body will be punished by God. Do you think this thing is strange or not? Tattoos can not only make you pregnant, will also send you to hell. Besides, there is another strange thing. It's about Grandpa's tattoo. There used to be a little thug in the village, want Grandpa to give Werner Guanyu. Guanyu is a famous hero in Chinese history. It is a symbol of loyalty and bravery. But Grandpa refused. The reason is because Grandpa thinks this tattoo is not suitable for him. He is not loyal and brave. But he threatened my grandfather with my life. Grandpa is worried about my life's safety. It wasn't until then that Grandpa agreed to his request. But Grandpa said, if something bad happens in the future, it's not related to him. The little thug saw that Grandpa agreed to his request. I don't care about anything in the future. About a week later, that little rascal passed away. The reason is that he was bitten to death by a non-toxic snake. Witnesses at the scene said, his tattoo looks very angry. Only I know that he was killed by a tattoo, taking my life to threaten others. That's what he deserved. Since then, I have become increasingly interested in my grandfather's tattoos. At the age of 15, my grandfather was willing to let me learn his tattoos. It took me 5 years of study to understand the purpose of this tattoo. It's not a regular tattoo. He's called a ghost tattoo. That's a story from a long time ago. At that time, people regarded ordinary tattoos as beliefs, but this tattoo can. It can drive away evil spirits, bring good luck and wealth, and make it more attractive to women, but now, there aren't many people who can get ghost tattoos anymore. After I learned it, my grandfather didn't ask me to tattoo ghosts on others, because we need to tattoo gods and demons on people's bodies. I am not very proficient yet. If I randomly tattoo others, I will lose my life. July the 15th in China is called Ghost Day. It is said that the evil spirits, who were in hell that day, will come to the world. Just the day before the arrival of Ghost Festival, Grandpa needs to go out to do things. Before leaving, he told me that on Ghost Day, people and ghosts will come to seek tattoos. If it were a person, I would give him a tattoo and he would protect me. But if it's a ghost, if I give him a tattoo, I'll lose my life. In addition, he can only be used for ordinary ghost tattoos, cannot be used for demon tattoos. There are two types of tattoos. One is a regular ghost tattoo, the other is the more terrifying demon tattoo. The two types of tattoos are roughly the same. The two types of tattoos are roughly the same, but the type is completely different from the required materials. Ordinary ghost tattoos are all gods, immortals, and fierce animals, but the devil tattoo is different. The materials needed are often evil ghosts, but trading with demons often leads to better intentions. I have never seen a ghost, and I don't know if there are any ghosts in this world. So when my grandfather told me that a ghost came to me for a tattoo, I almost lost my mind. Is it because Ghost Day is coming soon? When I heard my grandfather speak, his tone was very serious, not like nonsense, so he quickly asked what was going on. Where is he going again? But Grandpa didn't explain too much to me, just to solve the grudges of decades ago. Just saying, to solve things that happened decades ago. Just asked me to follow the instructions given. I didn't tell me exactly where to go or what to do. At that time, his expression was very anxious and his hands were trembling. This is also the first time I've seen my grandfather like this. Due to concerns, I called my grandfather the next morning. I want to ask him how things are going and when he will be back, but his phone turned off unexpectedly. At this moment, a person came into the tattoo shop. It's a pregnant woman with a big belly. The pregnant woman's name is Chen Kailian, from the same village. We all know each other. Strangely, what is she doing here? Do pregnant women still want tattoos? End of this chapter.